guys. They must have different names on the leaderboard. Yeah, no, I can't find either of these guys, so I guess we'll find out shortly. How good, what level of players we're looking at. And here we go. In the skies above Peach's castle, or insert moon runes here. So, this game has quite a lot of movement in it, and oh, RockBandMan. Oh, thank you, RockBandMan. So we know 116.33. It's kind of at that. That's kind of at like the. That's kind of the average. Like I've put time to practice this game in, and a lot of runners agree that 115. 115 is kind of like the wall right now. Like you can get a 115 without too much practice. It doesn't mean that having less than that is bad. I mean, there are over 400 people on the leaderboard, and I think only like 150 have a sub 115. So it's about 25%. Ooh, what is this? Wow. Okay, that jump from RockBandMan, that was
interesting.
Wow.
I had seen that earlier.
Yeah, I've seen that way to do that too, but geez,
no, I mean like, I think your stream is behind.
Oh, okay, I'll refresh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I'm behind. Yeah, I'm suddenly I'm at frogs.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to.
But yes, that was a very dangerous movement that he did there.
Wait, which way is he also doing? Like a what is it? What are all these tricks? I've never seen any of these.
Oh, he's going backwards. Yeah.
He's on the backward. Like I've seen
that before.
Talk about it.
I've seen people do it, but it's like if you mess it up, it loses time.
Oh yeah, so, and I mean you get less coins, so you lose out on some coins. So.
Yes, but we're doing Sphinx clips. Well, not Sphinx clip, but a route with Sphinx in it. So.
Yeah, that is the current optimal route, I think. Although that changes like silly Sand Kingdom.
I mean, it is said that at this point that if you are doing the route that would include Sphinx clip without the Sphinx clip, it's actually quicker, I believe, to go get something in Oasis or something like that.
Yeah. Okay, so this is Cascade Kingdom. We did see one of the first like really crazy like sequence breaks that we do. I mean, if you didn't even call this game having a sequence, I mean the Nintendo kept it pretty open, but this is the biggest divergence from like what the like beginner casual route would look like. We skip an entire 2D section. We skip like an introduction to like enemies in general. And some of the jumps here are actually pretty precise, although one isn't, and you'll see that one. It looks hard, but it's not actually precise, per se. So this jump is pretty hard to do optimally. There's a lot of ways to get over this ridge. Some people are able to do a jump and then capture the dinosaur without even going onto the ledge. And then here's the jump that isn't actually very precise once you know how to do it. And he missed it, but he didn't jump out of the cap, so he's not going to lose as much time.
Yeah, all it really takes is to get that left foot onto the trampoline.
Yeah, and I mean, sometimes the dinosaur just doesn't get any forward momentum. Oh! No! Okay, and that's why that jump isn't actually technically precise. So, the jump to Madame Brutal is very strange. It runs into a lot of like weird hitboxes. So like you can actually hit that load-in zone underneath the like ridge sometimes on your way down. It's very strange.
Yeah, it's. I don't even know where the full, like sensor is for, like barrier for it, whatever.
I've seen people hit. I've seen people hit that load zone like way lower on that ridge, and he like bonded to the top of it and didn't get in. So
Yeah.
this is just a buddy area. It's kind of the first impressive trick of the game, where like if you learn that, that's like a party trick you can show your friends, like that you can do that. This game has a lot of those, like actually kind of easy to do, but really impressive looking.
Because everyone's bringing their Switch to the parties to play some Super Mario Odyssey. Anyway, so looks like RockBandMan's a little bit ahead. I'm just going based off timers because it's up to us to sync these. Not by much though, and that's fine because like this early into the game, you're not really gonna see that much of a divergence between the players because it's such a simple route, like it's such a straightforward route up to here that there isn't gonna be any real trouble. People have practiced this enough where they just get it eventually.
Okay, so Sand Kingdom is kind of infamous in the speedrun community in that it's so open and has so many different options that it's a joke that you wake up and you ask, did Sand Kingdom's route change? It's less so now, but it was definitely like that for the first few weeks. Oh, did I disconnect? Oh no, somebody else joined.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, okay.
Just worry about the game.
Okay.
That was an interesting way of getting the bird. People usually get it from lower.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways. Like that's actually I think the coolest part about Sand is the bird. It's the only bird that we get in the run. But I think every kingdom has one mobile bird somewhere.
Some appear after you beat the game.
Yeah, somewhere after you blow up the moonstone. But this is the only one that we can get that is easy to get in the run. We do get a different bird-based moon, but later on. This is also one of the harder tricks, is what RockBandMan just did. So a general way to know if you're doing this section in the quicksand okay is if you can get that moon before Cappy bugs you about sinking in the sand. That's a lot of people. Wow, RockBandMan has a much better execution than his PB says. Like by a significant amount. Like some of these are like really complicated like ways to get above here. What? Rip Bullet Bill. Yeah, Asaddine is doing the more traditional way to do this.
Whereas RockBandMan is doing, I think, the most recent route, pretty much. Without Sphinx Clip, I'm gonna assume. Unless he feels like it at this point. We'll see what he does. He's right here. Yeah, he's just gonna do Sphinx normally.
Yeah, until we find a way to actually do this, like, first try every time, easy, I don't think that we're gonna see that anytime soon in the tournament.
Yeah, it's too much of a risk.
Maybe we'll see it in like the best of threes in the bracket, in like the quarters or semis whenever they start, because like maybe, oh my goodness, I'm against Samurai Man, I need something.
Yeah, if the times are close enough that it becomes necessary.
Yeah. I mean, and next year, quote unquote, that's when that will start. Maybe we'll have some more clips, because I think the tournament will probably end up taking a short break during GDQ. It ends like the first part of the tournament ends just before GDQ starts, so. I'm really liking RockBandMan's movement and like route in here. He's got a great route and he knows how to execute it.
Good Jaxie skip. By Asaddine. And so Asaddine doesn't have a Sphinx. Did not get Sphinx, so he's gonna be looking around for coins. He got the 50 from the Jaxie skip.
It just probably means he'll have a slightly different route.
Yeah, he'll probably go Seaside before Snow, because of that.
Or maybe he invented a new moon to find in Snow.
Oh my god.
Maybe we'll get to see the bouncy game. No, we won't. I think you can actually leave Snowden before World Peace, even if you're like following the Snowden World Peace route. Because like, if you like literally just went to all required moons, I think you still don't have enough. You still have enough moons. It's a weird kingdom. So they're about like 5 seconds apart. If
Yeah,
that.
this is still really close.
Yeah.
Usually by sand we get some like major differences, but no, this is still pretty close, and that's good.
Yeah.
'Cause, I'm judging by PBs here. If what RockBandMan told us is true for his PB, and if we go by what is on the splits, which you guys can't see, but we can see for the for Asaddine, they're only about a minute apart.
Yeah, this is like being that close in PB, like that. I mean, we've seen people PB in the tournament and surpass like we had the tournament match I commentated. One runner PB'd and they actually surpassed the other player's PB who was ahead of them by 1 second. So, and then the other player finished like 2 minutes later. So anything can happen. And not even the top runners of this game have this game fully optimized. Yeah, there's a pretty hype match right after this, in my opinion. So you should absolutely stay tuned. There's a lot of Mario Odyssey. And I think that, in my opinion, this is the best speedrun like out there right now.
Whoa, that's a good one. It's a good speedrun. It's got a lot of text in there, and it's pretty easy to learn too.
Yeah, it's got the thing that more speedruns need. Very, very easy to pick up, learn, but like you can optimize like minutes. Like 106, like the world record is like unimaginable to some people. Like once you start playing this and you hit that 115 wall, you're like, how is there 6 more minutes to save in this game? How is there almost 10? Like, it's nuts. So this is a pretty big sequence break right here. This is also gonna be the like second world boss that we fight. This is actually like the same route. It's just like a weird. This world's weird and that's very, very, very short.
Yeah, it's so pretty too, and I don't That's the thing with the water level. Despite them being water levels, they're still really pretty, and so I
Yeah.
don't want them to end.
Yeah, the only downside to these water levels is they gimped Mario's ability to swim so badly, so that you are forced to use cheeps.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
Mario's swimming in this game. Ooh, oh boy.
Okay, so those were both pretty good Rango fights. Asaddine had a bit of trouble with the quick kill, so he had to opt to just killing him normally for some of that. Or not normally, we still don't use the flower hat. We just jump on top of him instead. Because of course Mario can jump high enough to get on top of him.
Hmm.
Not quite with the normal jump, he has to, the way we do it is with, I believe we do ground pound and a cappy dive?
Yep.
Okay.
Some people can do. There is a way to do it with just backflips, but it's like harder. And I've definitely seen some people just backflip onto him if you time it right, because he kind of crouches a little bit during his animation, and like just enough that you can back jump onto him. It's still a really difficult fight to get down, but both these runners got it, so that's probably. I think that's the hardest of the four bunnies.
It's really up to personal preference. People say that quick kill is really easy. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but it might.
casually.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, casually, it's definitely the hardest fight.
I think that I think it's the hardest one if it goes off the rails, you know?
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, I've seen people just, like, not know how to beat him normally. Which is a little annoying.
So here's the first shop moon that we're buying.
Yep.
Second one will be in Snow Kingdom.
And there's a... Yes, the Snow Kingdom is interesting because the route actually changed not too long ago. It was, like, pretty stuck for a while. And there was no real divergence in it until somebody realized that there was a moon that you could get in the top part of the world. People thought that all of them were deactivated, but I Ate Your Pie found out you could find Captain Toad. So... So this Wooded Kingdom, I think, is one of the more technical kingdoms. Honestly, it's definitely technical compared to other kingdoms close by it. Lots of very like scary jumps that you can do, but they save like so much time. Yeah, and we grab the moon inside there, but it's just faster to actually back out of that 2D section.
Yeah, it seems that both of them are doing that, where they get that checkpoint and then come to the sewer section.
Yep, I think this is a very common way to do it. And it's another like thing that you'll notice in this game is that all of these, if you're missing a moon in a world and you have no idea, check these secret these offshoot areas. They almost always have two moons. They'll have a secret moon or secret chest in blank, and then the end moon. Geez, this climb is really cool. Man, I'm really liking both these runners.
Yeah, they're doing the...
Yeah, Asaddine actually didn't get this moon. He went to the underground moon first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It just confused. I didn't see if he got the checkpoint or not, and it was just based on how he was doing his jumps to get to the sewer that it kind of looked like he might have come from above.
Yeah, this is sort of like the I don't want to. It's the less risky version of this route.
Yeah, because if you mess up the jump from the checkpoint to the sewer, there's a possibility that you could end up in deep woods. which no one wants.
Yeah. So so for people who don't know, this world doesn't punish you with death when you fall off the top area. It usually punishes you with an unescapable section called Deep Woods. If you fall into Deep Woods, you are pretty much just stuck.
Yeah, there's no way to port out of the deep woods, so you have to grab a seed from one of the robots and then plant it, and then climb that vine that it creates.
Oh no! No!
Oh!
No!
Oh my god.
Okay, good. This isn't a Deep Woods void. That's good.
No, he's fine. They're definitely both far enough away where you're not gonna go into deep woods.
I fell into Deep Woods when I thought I was in the mechanical area. I think I like went too far with the bad jump. I was like, what? How did I get here?
You
So
can
now I'm
kind
just
of
worried-
tell a little bit where the deep woods loading zone is.
Oh man, yeah, Deep Woods is the worst. Amazing that people are already speedrunning this. I don't know. It seems, I don't know. It's a Mario game. It's a 3D Mario game. Of course, people are gonna speedrun it.
It's already like a month and a half after. Of course, people are speedrunning it. People start speedrunning games a week after it comes out.
People speedrun games 2 weeks before they come out.
Yeah, yeah. There are people speedrunning the demo version of the game in stores.
Yep, that was a good meme. I liked that one. Props to everyone who did that, by the way. So we got Puke Man. I can't remember his name, and I don't care to know it. He's pretty easy, unless you mess up the first jump, because then it's like there's so much going on.
You don't care to know this guy's name?
No,
I don't blame you. It's a bad name.
it's just Puke Man.
His name is bad. Doesn't matter. I'm not telling you.
Okay. I only know Harriet's name.
Oh, okay. Well then.
I like to call the tall guy Cletus.
It's wrong.
I know it is, but it's a better name.
Okay. Tall guy is Rango. That one was Spewart.
No, it's not actually Spewart.
Yes, it is.
No, it has to be Stewart. They weren't that punny.
No, it's Spewart.
Nope.
I am mad at them for making it Spewart, and it is Spewart.
That's awful.
We gotta race to commentate. Do not argue with me on this. And then green guy is Topper.
Okay, so this is the first. We're coming up to the first Bowser fight right now, and then we'll come up to the first quote-unquote hidden kingdom, as it were. So, in the Bowser fights, there's only two. One just before Metro, and then one just before Moon. Or sorry. Yes. No. One after Moon, just before the estate. That's right. So the general gist of this is that Bowser's going to make a hat, go out, and then you have to capture it right up to him, but not that close. Because he'll actually take his hat back if you're too close.
Yeah, what's known as a yoink to some people.
He'll also take it if you wait too long.
Okay, so RockBandMan just died in.
Oh, is it? Did he do the cloud block? This is actually a not uncommon place to die. Is in Cloud Kingdom before Bowser. Yeah, we're actually skipping a phase of Bowser by punching him so close. Normally he would jump around and cause fire waves to happen, but if you do it the way that they are, Bowser won't jump away because you start the punching sequence.
So not the cleanest fight by either of them, really.
But hey, you can't win them all. Oh, didn't actually capture the hat there. Oh, and you get yoinked again. And obviously, the later in the phase it is, the worse because he shoots out more hats. Okay, he didn't let Bowser escape though. So here's Wooded Kingdom up on Asaddine's side. This jump right here.
This is Lost Kingdom.
Oh, sorry, Lost Kingdom. What did I call it? Wooded?
You called it wooded. Okay, well anyway, he just did a triple tree jump. That was actually a pretty well performed one. Typically that takes a few tries for most people. But yeah, he pretty much got it right away.
So yeah, the gist of the routing of this kingdom is that we're avoiding a trigger that activates a bird called Klepto, who would take Cappy away, forcing you to go through a hatless segment of the game. And for a while, as far as I know, people weren't really 100% sure if like triggering the second Klepto would steal your hat, but it doesn't. You trick Klepto into thinking he has the hat, and Cappy into thinking he's been captured, and you're all good. So they're going to be grabbing 10 moons here while avoiding the original trigger of the zone.
And also because of that, we never get to hear the Lost Kingdom music.
That's true. Because the game is completely confused here.
Well, you don't get to hear it. The game doesn't want you to hear the Lost Kingdom music until after the whole thing with Klepto is done. So after you get your hat back from Klepto, that's when the music triggers. But we never get our hat captured in the first place, so we never hear it.
Well, it gets captured by those guys, but that's a little different. I don't know what those guys. Oh, that's the time. That's not a good one.
Oh, that sucks. Okay. Yeah. So shaking your controller at any time while in midair causes you to dive. So. Or in certain situations can cause you to dive. So I guess that's what happened there, is he accidentally shook his controller and dove instead of in the middle of his ground pound.
Now that's good here for him for his opponent, because now his opponent has a chance to catch up. Doing the Death Warp version of that strat, you only save a little bit of time by not dying there, because anytime you capture a moon, your hat throws reset. So you can actually, if you do it right, get back up from here, as your cap bounce is reset. But neither runner goes for it, which is fine. Just failing it, you'll lose time.
It's not just moons. It's anytime really you get time pauses. So like, I mean, we don't capture anything else besides moons that do it in this run, but keys will do it. I think getting the 5th moon shard might do it as well, maybe. Not sure about that one. But yeah, that's how you can get a key in Lost Kingdom captureless. So. Anyway, here we are in Metro Kingdom.
So yeah, this is Metro Kingdom Night. This world has 2 phases, night and day. And night has a lot of cool movement. A lot of the moons aren't active yet, but so we grab a few of them on the way that are. Oh no, he has to. Oof.
Yeah. So that jump is not the easiest to do, and it's punishing if you fail it, because you have to do this whole wall jump sequence up it. And he just bonked into a wall on the way up, because he thought, I guess he wanted to dive to save time, and he just wasn't high enough.
And we see it, we see the trick how it's supposed to be done by RockBandMan. RockBandMan slowly gaining ground. Okay. Commentator curse, it is.
Yep. So yeah, you're supposed to get back up on the building like Asaddine did, and then just long jump over from one building to the other. But he bonked into the wall going up to that building, so he's gonna have to go the long way.
Yep. Luckily, there's a lot of backups to this world. Except for if you forget the lost and found checkpoint. That is a bad That's bad time. I hope that nobody forgets it in the tournament. 'Cause that would suck.
Well, we're back in sync now because we just because of Asaddine dying in the inner part of Town Hall. So we're roughly around the same area.
Yeah, these runners are really close. You can totally see how their PBs are the same or similar.
Oh, that was a good save by RockBandMan.
Is that enough? Oh, okay, it was. That is another tricky jump.
And here's RockBandMan performing it.
The best way to do that is to throw your cap just before the camera turns, and then like dive at it once the camera started turning. Also, and then here's the Mecha Riddler fight. This fight is very annoying. It's very long.
And and both runners are gonna try to do something which is called a 2-cycle. Yeah, basically this is the first cycle, and when he goes back onto the wall a second time, where he's climbing onto the wall, that is the second cycle. And if you kill him during that second time he's on the wall, that's a 2-cycle. Done. If you fail and he goes back to teleporting, you're now doing a 3-cycle. That's
also
bad.
here, those sparks in the wall do actually cause damage, so you have to be careful. Yeah. On 1 health for Asaddine, death in this fight is pretty awful because you have to rewatch the cutscene, if I remember correctly. He's having to play really careful, so I don't know if he's going to get the 2-cycle because of that.
Yeah, dying here ports you back to the outside of Town Hall. So the top, right before you go onto the Spark Island and everything. So yeah, you do not want to die here.
So neither runner gained 2-cycle mecha. As you can see, the touch, this is the only touch controls in the game that are super unresponsive. And there he goes. There's our grand or multi-moon, depending on which version of the game you're playing.
What version calls it a Grand Moon?
Japanese.
Oh, I was not familiar with this.
Yeah, Japanese calls it a grand moon. You'll see it right in RockBandMan's stream.
Oh, what do you know? Okay.
Yeah.
I'd never noticed it because I pretty much any speedrun I just ignore it.
So these
even watching people, I just completely ignore that screen.
I only noticed it the other day. I was like, wait, what? Grand? That's not right. And now I can't stop saying it because now it just reminds me of Galaxy, which is my favorite Mario game.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So, bonks on. There's a lot of things to bonk on in this area.
Oh, absolutely.
A few of these areas just have like the stupidest things to bonk. Also, shout outs to Spike Vegeta, this being his least favorite move.
Okay. RockBandMan getting the homing cap onto the Spark Pylon. That was well done there. So he had his cap being held by the Spark Pylon while he got the one that was inside the girders. And then did a homing cap to the Spark Pylon, which then just ported him to it.
Oh, here's Bench Friends. You might want to refresh both streams.
Seems I was roughly at the same spot. Don't know. Anyway. Spike, I'm okay with you calling this the worst moon as long as you're just saying the worst moon in any percent, because there are definitely worse moons that exist in this game.
Also, these are here's a series of really scary jumps. Pretty much everything from here. Oh, he got it. I wasn't sure if he got the dirter one. It's made even scarier by abusing the tap reset, which again is a mechanic used quite a bit in the run, where whenever you capture a moon, your tap is actually reset in the number of bounces you can do. Normally, you can only bounce once, and then you dive towards your tap. But if you touch a moon, you reset that.
So luckily for the glittering pool, there is actually like a back. You can just jump on the umbrella there to get it again in case you miss this jump.
Yep.
But of course you want to get it in the first try.
Also, I believe that there's actually some RNG to this moon, in like where those people are.
A little bit, yes.
I've seen people get stuck for a really long time at this moon because like they just get blocked by the people.
Casually, I just jumped over everyone.
Yep, same here. That's what it expects you to do too.
Mhm.
It says jump in the streets or something. I can't remember, but it implies that you're supposed to jump over them.
So bonking on a tree now. And of course we gotta be quiet for the all-important moons.
Yep. Yow! Oh man. Metro's great. Metro's a great wholesome kingdom. Bench friends, Yow man.
Don't ever replace these memes.
Please.
Don't
Routers,
replace
whatever
these.
you do.
Yeah, don't.
Secret code of routing.
I'm-
Don't replace OTEP.
I'm one of them too. I just don't do any percent. It is now my goal to get rid of OTEP.
Yay! They're so happy when they give you the moon. So we are done with Metro now. Probably the longest kingdom, except for maybe Bowser's or Luncheon.
It's hard to say. Asaddine having fun with the camera there.
Yeah, that's always fun to do when you're bored. Just keep your inputs, keep your APM high.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, your camera, you can pan the camera a little bit during some cutscenes. Just cuz. So I believe I was right that Assaddine's going to go to Seaside before Snow, and RockBandMan's probably going to go to Snow here. Yep, okay. So we're going to see them at two different kingdoms. Assaddine's going to Seaside because he didn't do the Sphinx in Sand Kingdom, so he doesn't have enough coins to purchase a moon in Snow Kingdom. So he's gonna... There's a lot of coins that we're gonna just happen to grab in the 80% route in Seaside.
Yeah, primarily one tunnel with a cheap is the big area.
Yeah. RockBandMan taking kind of a weird route to this Captain Toad.
Hey, as long as you get there.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to use a gushy or gusher, I can't remember what they're called.
Gushin.
Gushin, that's it. Supposed to use a gushin to get through there. But we just do a series of jumps.
And a lot of that area is actually designed to not be wall kickable as well, so like you gotta find the right walls to kick. Because you're only supposed to be in there with a Gushin, so they don't need to make any of the walls kickable.
What are their PBs? I believe that they both have 116s. Asaddine has a high 116, RockBandMan has a low 116. But both runners are playing way better than their PBs say. Oh,
I think it's ultimately just because of making mistakes. A lot of time can be lost to the bonks and
maybe getting stuck on a corner.
Yeah. Well, he bonked kind of into that corner. Yeah. And Asaddine picking up all the coins that we were talking about now.
Yeah, this tape just kind of gives you a lot of coins. And there's Plussy, or Dory.
What?
Dory.
I'm not sure what we're talking about.
He got the Dory moons. I was just pointing it out.
Oh, sorry, I had to refresh.
No worries. Okay, RockBandMan's movement in snow is getting a little. Whew.
Yeah, this room can be very risky. If you don't do the movement correctly, you're just gonna fall into poison. Also, also the Taifu can. Oh my god.
No. Well, that's keep in mind that these two areas are two different lengths. Snow is, I think, slightly longer, even though they're pretty much the same moons. It's just like snow is a slow, like, area. So I'm not sure who's in the lead. We won't really know until we converge.
At luncheon.
Yeah.
What is that Spiny doing?
Spiny, please.
The lone survivor.
I've seen that happen a few times. I've seen people's PB paces ruined by one Spiny just not dying.
I mean, yeah, at this point, the fact that Asaddine's already at snow might be a good indicator that he's probably ahead.
We'll see. Maybe RockBandMan just has like an insane seaside.
Maybe.
There's a lot of little offshoot moons in Shiveria, like here and there. The music's really nice.
So Asaddine just standing on the counter to buy the moons.
Nice. That's nice.
And then you get ported down because cutscenes.
That death was really costly.
Oh yeah, and Asaddine messing up the first time getting onto this bridge. The way you're supposed to get up here is actually with some poles.
What? That was a weird bond.
I think it's more cases of mid-air diving by accident.
One second.
So RockBandMan messing up the jump a bit there. This whole series of jumps can be pretty tricky to get to do. Oh. So Asaddine just killed one of the Goombas. There are exactly enough Goombas for you to be able to do the trigger to get this moon. You could always wait for the Goomba to respawn, but that takes a bit, so I guess he just chose to die instead.
Okay, sorry. So yeah, I guess they both died in Shiveria then?
Yep. But Assaddine's was intentional.
Well, yeah, I mean, we'll just say that he died because he killed the Goomba. That's as close to a death. You can't kill those Goombas, they're nice.
Well, they respawn.
So do you. It doesn't make it any less sad. But yeah, so both these runners, we'll see who gets through their second world faster. Luckily, we don't have to do any of the really slow story stuff in Seaside. Even though some of it's kind of fun.
Although RockBandMan messed up some of his movement for the first moon. So that probably put him behind, along with the death in snow.
Yeah, Asaddine is pretty far ahead, actually, right now. I mean,
Yeah, he's getting his last moon here in this kingdom.
this is kind of how we'll know how far apart they are. Whoa, nice recovery from what looked like a block.
Not sure.
I assume both runners are either watching. I mean, RockBandMan replied, so he might be watching the pretty far in the past, but he should know that he's behind.
He could just be listening to us.
That's true. Which would still give him a pretty good idea, I'd hope.
Probably.
So now we're done with the last fork in the road. So now it's just a straight shot to the end. Sort of. There's gonna be one little snag later after Luncheon.
Well, there's obstacles in the way, but there's no
That's true.
forks.
That's true. Silly proverbial forks in the road. I kind of wish that they saved that pun for only just before Luncheon. Also, this triple jump he's like the second worst triple jump in the game.
In this route, really.
Yeah, sorry, in the route. I'm sure there's other in Dark Side and Darker Side. And
In low percent probably has the worst ones. Or minimum captures, rather.
okay, I was about to say, I don't think we found ways to skip worlds yet.
No, not quite. That would be in any percent.
Yeah.
Oh, it's struggling to get on top of this wall again.
Luncheon has probably like the most stupid jumps. Like they take a lot to like do. The problem with Luncheon is that there isn't really like a slightly faster short route. Like it's all pretty much like you have to take this route. There isn't really like a quick alternate. So he's trying to do bounces, but I don't think you can do ground pound jumps here, can you?
I'm not sure. He must have been able to do it at one point, otherwise he wouldn't keep doing it this many times.
Oh, okay, yeah, you can.
Okay, yeah, okay. That was just barely getting it, yeah.
Yeah, that's significantly harder than the triple jump.
Yeah, to the point where like your character model just gets corrected upward a bit.
I like that. I like doing that. It's where if you hit a certain part of the floor, you're while diving, you're basically just gonna get sent slightly higher than where your dive would have put you.
So I think this even runs up to a point of like it's worthwhile still at this point to watch literally every run of this game because like everybody has different ways to do things. Like you might discover a new way to do something, and that's not like insignificant. It's not like the best route is always found by the best player. Like sometimes not bad players. Sometimes slightly worse strategies end up being optimal, or at the very least more consistent. And so there are different ways to do different things. So it's always nice to see those. Oh gosh, that sound is awful when you hit the cans. What? His hat's like... Oh, okay, I see. We're actually not that far behind from each other.
Yeah, they're pretty close. I mean, you can tell by the moon tracker at this point.
Yeah, which is nice. I always like that. This game has a very obvious way to tell who's in the lead.
Yeah. So, Asaddine is about 3 moons ahead right now.
Yeah, and RockBandMan's movement ever after that that attempt at that bonk, the ground pound jump has been really good. And now we get to do, I think, my second favorite capture to play with, which is the fireball.
Oh, you barely do anything with him, though.
Yeah, it's what they just decided to do with him that's so much fun.
No, I mean, like, we barely do anything with him in this
Oh,
round.
I just mean in general. Like, I mean, we don't do as much with Pokios, but I did all of Bowser's Kingdom as a Pokio. So.
Pokios are great, yeah. Oh, that sucks. So Spiny just decided to be on the Switch.
Man, Spinies today are out for blood. Oh my.
That Spiny does not want him to continue. It's like, no, or you're staying here, dude.
That's the second time a Spiny has just like stopped progress in the speedrun. Spinies don't want you to go fast. Oh, that was good. This game has some things that happen in it.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, what's up with Luncheon and having so many ground pound required moons? So many just random hidden moons and corners.
I'm not sure. Possibly just because it's fun to make people like climb walls like this. Like these barriers don't look like they should be climbable. Like in a classic Mario situation, you'd be like, no, I should be able to climb up there. There definitely are like invisible walls or something preventing me from walking on these walls. But no, they expect you to want to go on it.
Oh no, don't die.
Oh, this is troubling. So he won't die from damage probably. Although he's gonna have to go through the final area a bit slower. Because typically the cycle for the moving platform at the end. Oh right, you can regain health. Never mind.
Oh right, okay.
But yeah, it's still troubling.
Ooh. Oh, that was a little suspect. So you need to be a fork in this world. Nothing better.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. That's how you do that. That was a really clean, I don't know what this moon is. this secret area moon.
Lava
That was
bubble or something,
yeah.
something or the other.
There we go. There's the damage boost way to do it. That was really good. Oh man, these runners moving so good.
Yeah, so
Both
you
these-
do the cycle. If you do it quick enough, you pretty much get to a point where the moving platform there, the moving lava platform, is just like in a position that's not easy to get to. So you typically just get out, jump out of the Podoboo, and then just damage boost over to the platform.
Yeah. Now, this is gonna be interesting because they are very easily a Luncheon, like behind. Or sorry, I mean a like a brutal fight mistake behind. So
Absolutely, they're a moon cave skip apart. They're anything apart. They're a birdless versus non-birdless. Birdless versus Pokio version of Mecha Brutal
Yeah.
apart.
oh, this is gonna be sick. Like everything's gonna come down to Japan.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine if we called the version of using the bird in Mecha Brutal non-birdless.
This is totally the intended strategy. The one where the mecha throws you around.
Yeah. Okay, so on to fighting a goddamn dragon.
Yeah, because apparently we are either playing Dark Souls, or Skyrim, or Minecraft. Your pick.
Or Sonic.
There's dragons
There are
in
real
Sonic?
dragons in Sonic. Yes, there are real dragons in some of the later 3D Sonics.
Huh.
The more recent ones that everyone hates. I believe in Sonic and the Black Knight, probably. Which would make sense. Given the
Yeah. To be fair. Now, okay, so we'll just quickly explain this fight. This fight isn't actually very complicated. Dodge the lightning bolts, pull these things, ground pound his head after, give him a headache.
Yeah, I've heard people call this a slideshow fight.
Yeah, this fight's not exactly known for being difficult. Although, Nintendo, it was either Nintendo or Awabi has died on this fight on PB pace. It is possible because we do damage boosts, but this like fight gives you a lot of health, so
Yeah, there are a lot of chances to recover. But doing the quick kill here, you're pretty much always gonna get hit, so.
well, I mean if you're doing it optimally, you get hit like each time, and you grab one health up.
And it's very easy to get hit by the lightning here as well.
When is Odyssey Master Mode, Nintendo? I want to see this fight be like really hard.
Right? I want to actually become a dragon. I know that some people gave this game some negative points. Not many, because this game's still amazing. Just because we couldn't capture the dragon. And
point.
personally, I don't blame them. Like, come on, we should be able to capture this dragon. Why not?
That would be a cool DLC.
What else would be a cool DLC? Delfino.
How about just Ruined Kingdom? Like a full Ruined.
Before Ruined.
Yeah, we are coming into, in my opinion, the best the best kingdom in the game, which is Bowser's.
Yeah, it's very well made.
Casually, extremely fun. Speedrunning, really cool to look at. Lots of time to be saved. Has boss fights that you're forced to do. Requires the use of Pokios, so...
So now I think they're about like 3 seconds apart now.
Oh no, the cutscene alone is... The recovery cutscene from here alone is significantly different, unless.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm mistaken. Sorry about that. I thought he was at a different cutscene. Thought one of them was. But yeah, this is definitely still close enough where anyone could be in the lead by the time we get out of here.
Yeah, falling off Metro Brutal, it's like enough. Yeah, look at Pokios. How can you not like these guys?
I never said I didn't like these guys.
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying to chat.
Oh, okay.
If anybody didn't like them, how could you not? You get to like do spins and climb up walls.
They're really nice. Yeah, they have good movement. Like,
Yeah. Probably the funnest capture movement-wise in the game. That is not how you do the thwomp. There we go.
yeah, it's good enough.
We in there. Huh?
Oh, he's doing the new route
Oh.
here. Yep.
Wow, that's really cool. Leave the Pokio alive, grab that moon, go back up.
Mhm.
Neato.
So it's similar to what you do in in Metro. The first moon you get in Metro after the night sequence. You just kind of teleport back up using the ability of capturing something.
Yeah.
But of course, that gets rid of the all-important Glory Hall moon.
Or the other moon that people die at a lot.
No, it's Glory Hall. Glory Hall is the definite slower one, so they're always
Yeah.
looking for a replacement for it.
Yeah, but then, oh, I don't like it. Getting rid of fun memes. No, I'm just kidding. Whatever is faster. Why wouldn't he get above? Okay, he's just giving up. He's like, oh, I don't know. Can't
Yeah.
get over that lip.
There's a way to get over there without a Pokio, so
Yep.
and that's typically that's the faster way of doing this actually as well.
It's like we. Did you actually get that moon shard? Yeah, he did. Okay. And here's the way to do it without. Okay, you got it. Good. Yeah, if people are wondering, shaking your controller convinces the game to, or basically gets your moon to like extend out a little further. Moon? Sorry, your cap, and allows you to capture things. Also heat seats, which is the more important part.
I mean, you can already see how much time that made up.
Yeah.
Like even with all the mess ups that RockBandMan just had, like he's still now very close just because he didn't have to get the Glory Hall moon.
Oh, and he gets the fast way to get this moon. Ooh. I've seen a lot of runners mess that up. So they now have all the non-story moons required to beat the game. You only require 2 additional moons to get past Bowser's Kingdom.
Both of their PBs, I believe RockBandMan's a 115 something, and Asaddine's a 116.56 according to the splits that we can see here.
Ooh, this is where this fight gets bad. If you lose track, if you don't get the quick kill. Oh, he guessed all the hats wrong. This fight is not easy.
So they both chose to do Topper first, so that's actually a pretty good indicator of things as well.
They are really not far apart right now.
No, not at all. And now for what I think is actually the easiest boss of all the rules.
Yeah, this boss is something. It's hard casually because you don't know that you can hit the bombs.
Yeah, usually I would just wait out once the
Yeah.
Harriet goes into a UFO casually, but yeah, now I know you can hit the bombs and just get her out of the UFO sequence.
Oh, he's not taking it slow. Well, we might see an overtake here. Oh, Harriet running away. This is so close.
Yeah, it's a 106.10 for the Harriet final, and that's a 106.16. So,
Oh my gosh.
like, or 106 like 18 really. I was going by the cutscene that shows Harriet dying. Let's go by that. So 106.30 getting the You Got a Moon picture.
And 106.39. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So
It
they
all
are
co-
really close still.
It all comes down to this final Bowser's climb. The main courtyard, which has like the sickest music, like for like just a final go.
By the way, a thing that I don't think anyone's ever, I don't know if anyone's picked up on it, but I think that they actually, like, all these pictures of, like, You Got a Moon and, like, showing the title of the moon and all that in the poses is meant for you to, like, take a picture of it so that you can share it. Like, hey, look, guys, I got this moon.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, what? Huh? He like got caught on a little lip there. Weird. No, you need the. Oh no, you don't. Not for this part. Never mind. And
Oh, that sucks. Just waiting for a Pokio to respawn. That costs a lot of time.
we're still a brutal fight apart, which is. Ow. Oh, this kingdom has such good music all around. Oh, doing it the vanilla way. Maybe not? What? Oh, doing it... What? This is such an interesting way to do this fight. You got there. That's all that matters. Hey, if you can't do the climb part, why not? Oh. Ooh. You need to get that rock. Go get that health.
Yeah. Yeah, he grabbed it. Okay. Okay, RockBandMan ending up on the face of the Brutal. That's interesting. Most people just bonk into that instead, but he actually landed on it. Yeah, RockBandMan managing to stay on top here, while Asaddine struggling to stay on top.
Okay, so you can actually get up here by grabbing onto those vents.
Yeah, the little like eyes on the leg,
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, they're vents. They shoot out steam occasionally.
Right, yeah, those are the vents. Okay. So yeah, that was the last hit for RockBandMan. So that is now he's in the lead.
What an interesting way to do this fight, though. Like, just kill the ledge and then get on it after that.
Well, it's just a backup way.
Yeah. For him, it's the first way. And there it is. Not even that far behind, considering he was using a slower strategy. We do still have Moon Kingdom, and we do have the fabled Moon Skip. But once the Brutals fight's done, there isn't that many more. There's one really difficult trick still, but the Brutal fight is definitely the peak of the run, difficulty-wise.
And even with all that, they're still not that far apart at all.
No.
That
no,
was
no.
it. From what I can tell, that's about like a 20-second difference right now. So, yeah. Messing up Moon Cave skip, yet again, could just even it out.
Oh, this is so close. Whew. Okay, we are at the final kingdom now. This is broken up into two sections, which is this main moon section and then the Honeyloom Ridge estate, split up by the Bowser fight. The moon gravity in this area is really, really broken, as it turns out. So we had to skip the inside of the moon cave sequence.
Yeah. And it's definitely a point where like the developers tried to make the skip as hard as possible to do.
Or, yeah, I mean, I don't think that they intended this.
Potentially, maybe they just missed a couple spots on the wall.
Because you definitely do this very JT. You have
Yeah.
to throw your cap, jump on it, get more height, and then ride up along the second one. Oh, is that enough? Oh,
Yeah, he
that
got
was
it the
not
first try.
that was not the cleanest, but it was a good way
worked.
to do it. I've seen so many runners in the races bonk out the end there. So we'll see if he gets first try.
Kind of in a pickle here. He's got to get these. Okay. Well done.
Oh, did he not get the? Okay, he got it. He didn't get the ground pound jump, which was
So
weird.
that's easily recoverable with this type of gravity.
So we did see both these runners have issues with Bowser Fight 1, like getting yoinked, and so we'll see if they can do it here.
Yeah.
Oh no, and see this is what happens when you miss Luckily, once you've gotten him down, like once you start the sequence, he doesn't really jump away.
Yeah.
You just take damage.
RockBandMan almost messing up there. If you get hit by the tail, he'll jump again.
Yeah.
I believe. So
He'll steal his hat back, yeah.
So he actually just got hit by the body part of Bowser, so he kept going.
I've seen a few times where people get hit near the end of the sequence and Bowser just kind of sits there. Oh no!
Okay, that's gonna give Asaddine some time to catch up.
Oh, this is so...
And he's on the last hit here.
Yeah.
Both of them, actually. Yeah, Bowser just getting finished up by Rock Band, and Asaddine going into the last one, and he gets it. So he's gonna, yeah, make up some ground here.
And here it is, Honeyloom Ridge Escape, which is a really cool area to look at.
Yeah, this could be decided by if someone decides to do 2G skip or not.
Oh no. Please don't fail it.
Good job getting the triple jump there. Something I never thought casually about that you could do as Bowser.
Shoot fire?
No,
Oh,
triple jump.
is he going for it? No, he's not. Okay. Oh yeah, of course he did. Oh no!
Oh,
That is a huge shot. Every death in this area sends you straight back to the start of the Ridge
Yeah.
Escape. Oh. Oh no. Okay, he got rid of that block fast enough. Ooh. Oh, and that's Super Mario Odyssey, everyone.
yeah.
One mistake. 3D Mario platforming at its finest. Punishing but fair. I mean, the 2D section is probably the hardest part of this area.
There is still a possibility that you die in this last sequence if you're not
Oh.
careful.
Yeah, I've seen people. Okay, good. He got through. Oh man.
So neither of them going to PB, but both very close to their PBs. It's a good job for a race scenario.
Exactly. Both played it safe. The strategy for this last part is you want to shoot 4. The optimal way is to shoot 4 at the right side pillar, and then basically continue on with the other side so that you don't trigger the 4th phase, which is a bit slow. As you see here, they all kind of go yellow. And here it is. Time is on escaping the ridge through the wire.
It's basically when you start, yeah, for visuals, it's when you start moving on the wire here.
Yeah. It's basically when you lose control for the last time.
Yes, but visually, it's obviously you can't tell when they're gonna
Yeah.
lose control. So when you get shot out from the moon.
Oh no, and RockBandMan dies at the very end. Yeah, and it looks like, I'm not in the IRC, but based on that, he may have forfeited.
That might not be a good option. It would still be good to finish at this point.
Yes, it definitely is
Because
good to finish.
A forfeit would count as 2 hours.
Yeah.
In time. So if there's a tiebreaker scenario, he would lose, and he is right there.
Yeah.
Just finish it.
Don't you spawn out just outside of the final part when you die in the final part? Or is he at the start?
I believe he's at just the final part, like right outside of before.
Okay, yeah, no, I was pretty sure it was just at the last part.
Yeah. And like I said, like
Oh, he died.
Even-
Okay, good.
even if you're,
Done. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, like I said, even if it did put you back at the start, it doesn't matter. You should still finish because, like I said, you're gonna get a 2-hour time if you don't finish.
Yeah, and you definitely don't want that. You should definitely finish. At the very least, you know what? Just give a last hurrah. See, he's even doing triple jumps for no reason. That's how you finished out a run like this. Maybe even give the fans what they want. No, he's not gonna do step. I don't blame him. We'll watch him finish this out. See, that was even like a really clean area.
Yeah.
Nothing to worry about. It was a great run. It came down to 2 mistakes. To be honest.
It happens, and I can understand him getting like maybe a bit tilted because he did have the lead and then he lost it with these
Yeah.
deaths. But you still need to finish it, man.
Agreed.
Especially when you're this close.
I assume that the schedule's pretty busy, so I don't know if we have time for an interview. I'll wait for Mythical to say so.
doesn't look like anything's on 4 after this.
Oh, okay.
So we can keep talking.
We have time. So,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
I mean, you can. People can go watch. At 12:30, there's gonna be another one. We have another race going on at 12:30 on Speed Gaming 3. So if you want to switch over there, in the middle of our interview, I won't take it personally, really.
no, not especially not with the runners. Especially not with the runners in that race.
Yeah.
Definitely some fan favorite runners in that race. So schedule for this coming up as he's finishing, it is so at 12:30 on Speed Demon 3 we have Fire Dradian versus Samurai 1, one of the people vying for world record pretty consistently, and then a fan favorite in Fire Dradian. At 2 p.m. on Speed Demon 3, right after that match, we have Chrono versus the Hunter Bat. On Speed Demon 2 at 5 p.m. we have Move Fish, Get Out the Way, and Zerzi. Then also at 5 p.m. on Speed Demon 2, we have the JKB and at Spooky TV. 8 p.m. we have Dram 55 and Goran Jatson. Then we have Crescendo versus the Sound of Defense at 9 p.m. on Speed Demon 2. And then finally at 10 o'clock we have Bayleaf versus Vivid Kono. So lots of Odyssey today.
Yeah. This weekend has been full of the Odyssey races.
That was a fantastic race from both runners. Super close right up until the end.
So yeah, now for the interviews, it's really up to the runners if they want to jump in or not. So
Completely optional. There's no reason that they have to.
yeah, especially because they were talking to. Okay, so Asaddine can't.
Okay. Rip Mike. SF. Yeah, well, I mean that's fine, because in that case then we can go pretty much straight into the next section, or the next match.
I mean, if people want to hear from him, if people want to hear from RockBandMan, he can jump in, I guess. Apparently. Yeah.
I try to solo as a thing? Yeah, no, that's fine.
I'm kind of interested in some thoughts that he has with his run, and I mean,
Feel free to jump in.
His run was definitely some interesting stuff there. So yeah, just jump into the waiting room and we'll pull you in. Okay, fine. If you just want to watch the next race.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, that's fine. We'll pass it on. So yeah, everyone can go to Speed Demon 3 for the next race. There are other
Oh
tournaments.
no, he's coming. He's coming. It's coming. You there?
Hello.
Hello.
So how you feeling?
Oh, I'm not happy with myself.
You did well. It's okay to die at some parts. Like, yeah, it was kind of a meme death at the end there, but that 2D section is still an annoying area.
Yeah, it's not the first time it's happened. It won't be the last.
Yeah. Both of you have movement where, like, you definitely can get below a 115, so keep at it.
Yeah, just a matter of time at this point.
I kind of want to cut this. I kind of want to make this one a bit shorter than others.
Yeah.
Zanos, you got any questions?
Not really. I mean, you had some interest in routing throughout, which was. I mean, your PB is definitely not indicative of your skill. You could easily get like a sub 115, maybe even like in the 112s, 113.
Yeah,
with
you're
more
doing
consistency. You had some really good like movement throughout the run.
You're doing certain movements that people would only do at
So, like,
around once they're at 110.
Yeah, like I'm seeing you pull out movement in like Sand and Metro that like I see out of like a Nintendo or that. I mean, you're not doing it all throughout the run, but that's where you start. You don't do it all at once. You get the hard tricks early on, so that way you can maybe play it safer in the later game. But no, it was really good.
Yeah,
It was a really entertaining match.
Yeah, so don't
I'm
get
not-
discouraged, and ultimately, yeah, it was a good decision to finally finish. I think you probably heard us.
Yeah, I did. That's
That's what pushed you to finish. It was like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't want a 2-hour time.
yeah. I'm not used to like actual like tournament races, so I wasn't sure how that worked.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I probably would have continued right away.
Yeah, we've had a couple forfeits at this point, but those were a lot further from finishing.
Yeah, you
when you're
definitely
that-
want to finish.
Yeah, when you're that close, you might as well just finish.
Yeah.
Oh, that was really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely both think that both of you are like way better than your few. If you really just grinded it out, you could very easily have a chance in your group. I don't know what your group ranking is, like how many wins and losses, but if you grinded it out, you could definitely get there and have a decent shot in the brackets if you made it.
This was
there.
actually the first game in their group.
Perfect. There you guys go. You guys still got. You guys still got 15. No, you still had 20 days left in the tournament to make your matches.
So, with that, I think we're pretty much good here.
Mhm.
I'm ready to watch Samurai Man versus Fire Dragon. So.
Yeah, this is gonna be good. Fire Dragon's being like focused on this game. I haven't seen him this laser-eyed since Luigi's Mansion, but man, he's on fire.
Yeah.
No
Okay,
pun intended.
Okay, so GG,
Yeah.
GG RockBandMan.
Thanks.
And GG
And-
Asaddine, if you're still there.
Yeah, he's still listening in to us. And yeah, go head over to Speed Gaming 3 right now, because there's gonna be a hype match going on over there.
Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you for watching.
See you later.
See ya.